From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Watson. Catch made by Slayton. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Watson just beating the play clock. That's complete to Slayton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
Reset. 19. That's what I do. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 1, 2, 4. Alert.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Reset. 19. Too low. Hey, switch gears. Motion.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his under pressure again, and down he goes again. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Murray back near his goal line. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Gerald McCoy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. Right side, right side, right side. Check, 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 check.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Murray. Flush to his right. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Watson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Watson on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now. Go. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 30.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. Flushed out right. Going for a right side here, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. This is Mostert. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Watch 48. Watch 48. 55. Single.
Now a first down throw, Watson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On first down, Richard. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson sliding out of the pocket. He made, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
He's checking.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. It certainly worked, but that was a gutsy call to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, not sure I would have made that call, but give them a ton of credit for deciding to go for it and not only doing it, but doing it in fine fashion. Takes me back to this summer when we were touring camps. Remember we watched them practice, and they worked hard in these situations, and they blocked it up perfectly.
And defensively, they were so worried about the line of scrimmage. Once he got past that first wave of tacklers, goodbye. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Flush to it, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that in this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the motion.
Now a run with McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9, Watson eluding the pressure right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do? Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
54 Mike. Get him, get him, get him. 54.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson escaping the pressure right. Deshaun Watson so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Set. 19. 54. Mike, 54. 59. Check it back. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Who there? Who there?
On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And it's third down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. To throw is Murray. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Let's go, let's do this.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 4, check 4.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. To try again after the sack. Murray flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Let's go now. 2, Henry, 81. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Shoot. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, tighten down. Hey, 31. Watch, quick.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Throwing on third down, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will give him a 12-point lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Murray has the first down and more. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be caught. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check cross. Check 15. Check. Kill.
Murray now. Forced out to his left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. There's Mostert, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Murray now on 1st down. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray. He gets it in the hands of Geis. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jeremy Sprinkle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. You tight. Let's go. Check 99. Check 99. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Slam.
Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. He shakes him off. Fights off the defender. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Austin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On the set. 39. Check Mike. 39. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Chill. Check.
First down, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. Now it's Murray. Room to run past midfield. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
That's it. Big hit.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Quit talking about it. Hey, check Mike.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Set. 19. 936. 9, sweetheart.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Seahawks, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.